Hello students, welcome to our Python online classes. Today I am going to explain about the concept of exceptions. Exceptions are nothing but two types. The first one is syntax errors and second one is runtime errors. The syntax errors will get on the syntax errors will get at developing time, but exceptions will rise at runtime. At runtime, nothing but while executing time, it will get some exceptions. So now what is an exception and what is an error? Let us in this session we will see. Now let us start our session. Okay. What is an exception? Explain how to handle exceptions in a program. First, let us have to understand about the exception concept. An exception is nothing but an error. Whenever an exception occurs, the program stops the execution. Whenever an exception occurs, the program stops the execution, and thus the further code is not executed. The further code is not executed. Now, diagrammatically, I will explain. For that, I am opening one Paint window. For example, this is our program. This is our program. Program.py. Py is the extension of Python programming language, and in this place, the name is your wish. Just I have assigned that name is program. For example, if you have 100 lines of code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that, 100 lines of code you have. Like that, 100 lines of code we have. So while executing time, the first line will execute. Because of this is the top to down approach now. The program has executing top to down approach. While execution process is has started, immediately first line will execute, second line will execute, third line will execute, fourth line will execute. Like that, line by line will execute. Execution started, and end of the 100 line also it will execute. 100 lines of code it will execute. If you don't have any exceptions, it will execute line by line up to 100th line of also 100 lines of code also will execute by the interpreter. But in case of any exception will rise here in the fifth line space, if the exception has risen in case, then what it will do? The exception will rise by the interpreter. But what about the remaining lines of statement? It will not execute. But execution has started now. First line executed, second line has executed, third line is also has executed, fourth line is also executed, and fifth line will get the exception while executing time. And if the exception will rise while executing time, then what about the remaining lines of code? 6, 7, 8 up to 100 lines of code we have now. What about these all lines? These all lines also will not execute at that time because of exception. If you get an exception, if you have any exception will rise, while executing time, if the exception will rise by the interpreter, then immediately remaining lines of code will not execute. The control will block by the interpreter here only. Program will terminate directly. Nothing but program will close. Remaining statements will not execute. So that is the major drawback of this one. So to avoid all those kinds, compulsory, first we have to understand about the exception. What is an exception? When it will get the exception? And what is an error? What is the difference between an error and exception? All those things in this session now we can understand. There are two types of errors. First, we need to understand about the exception. An exception is nothing but an error. Whenever an exception occurs, the program stops the execution, and thus the further code is not executed. Now just now I told you now, if exception rise here and remaining further code will not execute now. So that is the exception concept. So there are two types of errors. They are syntax errors and logical errors. Here logical errors are nothing but called an exceptions. Logical errors are called as exceptions. And there are two types of errors. First one is syntax error. Second one is logical errors. Syntax errors. If the developers forget the syntax rules, then syntax errors can have to arise. So these errors could be happened while developing time only. These errors could be happened while developing time. These errors can handle by only developers. Only developers. All of you carefully observe. Notepad I am opening for your understanding purpose, and in this I am writing one simple program. While writing a simple program, print this is error reporting file. After that, while 1 less than or equal to 10, here condition I am giving. Here I am writing given one indentation space and one print function I am writing. Hello. This hello world 10 times I want to print. So this is our program. Now I am saving. All of you carefully observe. In the program, I forgot one syntax error. I forget one syntax rule. syntax dot syntax dot py. Save as type is all files. This is also I am saving on the desktop. I am opening cmd command prompt for your understanding purpose. And because of our file is also available on the desktop now, so that's why I have shifted our location to Siva2 desktop directory. Desktop is also one of the directory. If you use the command prompt, don't think very in other way. And now I'm executing syntax file, syntax.py. So what it is showing? Syntax error na, invalid syntax. Because of what we have forgot. After while loop condition we have written here. After that, here one indentation space given for this one. If you want to declare any block of statement, compulsory colon symbol must and should be required in the Python programming language. In the Python programming language, colon symbol must and should be required. All of you carefully observe. These two dots we have now. That's why it is showing one error. Now I am saving this one. Again, one more time I am executing. Hello is not defined. Why? Because of this is also one syntax error. If you want to print anything as it is, compulsory in between double quotes we need to configure. Because of this is not a variable now. This is the value. So that's why. Again, one more time I am executing. Infinity times it is printing now. Because of here I am not given anything. 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. Wait. This is I. First I equal to 1. This is I. I is equal to I plus 1. Then only it will execute clearly. For that I am opening one command prompt, shifted to desktop. Again this file is I am executing. So 10 times it is printing now. So like this, if you forgot anything while developing time, developing is nothing but if you writing time, the program is writing time. If you forgot any rules, nothing but colons and quotes and brackets closing, all those things is equal symbols. If you forgot anything, it will raise the syntax errors. But when it is raising the syntax errors while developing time, while writing the code, it is erasing the syntax errors. So that errors are called syntax errors. Those errors are called syntax errors. If the developers forget the syntax rules, then syntax errors can have to arise. So these errors could be happened while developing time. Whatever I told you right now, those all are in the sentence format are given. These errors can be handled by only programmers. Ee errors never handle chestaru. ఇప్పుడు మర్చిపోయినవన్నీ కూడా ఎవరైతే ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాశారో ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ పర్సన్స్ మాత్రమే, లేకపోతే ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే వీటిని కరెక్ట్ చేయగలరు. రిమైనింగ్ పర్సన్స్, ఐ మీన్ నార్మల్ పర్సన్స్ will not correct this one because of they don't have an awareness on the programming languages. Only developers, while developing time, it will correct the errors. So that is the process of syntax errors. Now you can understand what is the syntax error. Next, logical errors. Let us we have to see right now. These errors are also called exceptions. If all syntax errors are clear, then the program comes to at running stage. While developing time, what are the errors? We will get syntax errors. After syntax errors clear, after clearing the syntax errors, all syntax errors, it will go to the production stage. Nothing but it is in the maintenance stage. For example, if you want to understand anything about the bank project, ATM is the good example for you. ATM is the good example for you. If you go to the ATM, it will ask the insert the card option. After reading that line, you compulsory need to insert your ATM card in that slot. In that slot, if you enter the card, immediately again it will ask one more question. Please enter the password. Please enter your 4-digit PIN number, it will ask. So if you enter correct PIN, then it will process request. If you entered wrong PIN, then it will give the exception. It will give the exception because of the ATM program is running stage. It is in running stage, executing stage. So that's why if you enter a wrong PIN, immediately it will show please enter correct PIN. It will show that error message. So that is handling by the some exception handling mechanism techniques. Otherwise it will not show that error. Immediately the program will close and next person will not available that program. Understand na? మీరు రాంగ్ పిన్ ఎంటర్ చేస్తే ఇమీడియట్లీ అది ఏం చూపిస్తుంది, కరెక్ట్ పిన్ ఎంటర్ చేయమని చెప్తుంది. అది ఎర్రర్ మెకానిజం హ్యాండ్లింగ్, అంటే ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ని హ్యాండిల్ చేసే మెకానిజంతో చూపిస్తుంది. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆల్రెడీ డెవలప్డ్ కాబట్టి ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్ కూడా దాంట్లో యూజ్ చేశారు కాబట్టి. బట్ అవి ఏమి యూజ్ చేయకుండా ఉంటే ఎప్పుడైతే నువ్వు రాంగ్ పిన్ ఎంటర్ చేస్తావో, ఇఫ్ యూ ఎంటర్ రాంగ్ పిన్ ఇమీడియట్లీ ఇట్ విల్ షో ఎర్రర్ మెసేజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఎంటర్ రాంగ్ పిన్. And remaining code of statement it will not execute for you. And also next person వచ్చి విత్డ్రా చేసుకోవాలన్నా, నెక్స్ట్ పర్సన్ వచ్చి బ్యాలెన్స్ చెక్ చేసుకోవాలన్నా, నెక్స్ట్ పర్సన్ వచ్చి డిపాజిట్ చేయాలన్నా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వదు. ఎందుకంటే నీ దగ్గర ఎర్రర్ వచ్చింది, అక్కడే ఆగిపోయింది ఆ కంట్రోల్. అండర్స్టాండ్? సో అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? అలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ రాకుండా ఉండాలంటే యాక్చువల్లీ ఏ ప్రాజెక్ట్ డెవలప్ చేసినా, if you want to develop any project, compulsory user satisfaction must and should be required. If there is no user satisfaction, without user satisfaction you can't run the business. You can't run the business because of without user is the god for the business. You don't know that one first of all. మనం కొనే ప్రతి ప్రోడక్ట్ కూడా మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, బాగుంటేనే తీసుకుంటాం. అలాగే బ్యాంకు, ఏటీఎం కూడా ఒక ప్రోడక్ట్ లాంటిది. కరెక్ట్గా మనకు కావాల్సిన టైంలో ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కాకపోతే దాన్ని మనం ఎలా ప్రిఫర్ చేస్తాం? సో లైక్ దట్ అలాంటి ఎర్రర్ని హ్యాండిల్ చేసేది ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్ మెకానిజం. నౌ అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్? సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? వైల్ డెవలపింగ్ టైమ్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఫర్గట్ ఎనీ సింటాక్స్ రూల్స్, then only it will get the syntax errors. While executing time in the production directly, if you enter a wrong values as an input format and మీరు ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు రాంగ్ వాల్యూస్ ఎప్పుడైతే ఎంటర్ చేస్తారో అప్పుడు ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ రైజ్ అవుతాయి. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ an exception and it is also called a logical error because of the program has terminated. ప్రోగ్రామ్ టెర్మినేట్ అయిపోయింది, మీరు రాంగ్ వాల్యూ ఎంటర్ చేయడం వల్ల నెక్స్ట్ పర్సన్కి అవైలబుల్గా లేదు, ఈవెన్ మీరు కూడా ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కంప్లీట్గా చేయలేరు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్. సో టు అవాయిడ్ ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్, exception handling mechanism, one of the major concept. So now let us understand what are the concepts we have. Exception handling mechanism is nothing but Python provides a way to handle the exception, to handle that exceptions so that the code can be executed without any interruption. మీరు ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్ మెకానిజమ్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే యూజ్ చేస్తారో, దెన్ if you use the exception handling mechanism techniques, then the program will execute without any interruption, without any stopping the program. It will execute correctly. So if you want to execute the program correctly, compulsory exception handling mechanisms also very important. The techniques we need to use in our programs. So that is the concept of this one. If you do not handle the exception, the interpreter does not execute all the code. Am I correct or not? Already previously I told you right now. If you don't handle the exception, the interpreter does not execute all the code. When the exception will rise from that line, from the next line onwards, it will stop the execution. But till the exception rise, the previous lines of code it will execute. When the exception rise, when the exception has risen in the middle of the program, the remaining of the code it will not execute. For example, if you have 100 lines of code, 50th line you will get the exception. Then remaining 50 lines of code what? What about the remaining 50 lines of code? It will not execute. So compulsory if you want to execute remaining lines of code also, compulsory we need to use exception handling mechanism techniques. Here we have the ways to handle the exceptions. Here we have the ways to handle the exceptions. How many ways we have? Here we have 5 ways. Try except statement. This is also one of the mechanism concept. And next one, handling multiple exceptions. And next one, using one except clause to catch all exceptions. Else clause, finally clause. Like that we have 5 options we have. Now let us understand one by one. The first concept is try except statement. Here I given one diagram. Try is one block, exception is one block, except is one block. The try block must be followed with the except statement. ఈ రెండు కూడా ఒకదానికొకటి అసోసియేటెడ్. దీస్ టూ బ్లాక్స్ ఆర్ అసోసియేటెడ్. మనం ఏ కోడ్ అయితే రాయాలనుకుంటున్నామో, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు డెవలప్ ఎనీ ప్రోగ్రామ్, దట్ ఎంటైర్ కోడ్ విల్ కీప్ ఇన్ టు the entire code must need to keep into the try block. Try block is nothing but this one. Here I given one example also. So here these 3 statements I have stored in I have typed these 3 statements in the try block only. While executing time, if these 3 lines of code will get any error message, immediately except statement will execute. Immediately except statement will execute. Understand? So try is associated with except black. ఈ రెండు ఇది ఉంటే కంపల్సరీ ఇది కూడా ఉండాలి. ఎక్సెప్ట్ ఉంది అంటే కంపల్సరీ ట్రై బ్లాక్ ఉండాలి. బట్ ట్రై బ్లాక్ కంపల్సరీ, ఎక్సెప్ట్ అవసరం లేదు. అర్థమైందా? ఫర్ దట్, ఫర్ యువర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ పర్పస్, ఐఎమ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటింగ్ వన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. Notepad, try block, one indentation space, a equal to input of enter a value. Next, b equal to input of enter b value. Next, c equal to a by b. C equal to a by b. Print the result of c is comma c. This is completely, these 4 statements are belongs to in try block. Now I am writing except block. Except print don't enter, please don't enter 0 as a denominator. Sorry, can't divide with 0. ఇదైతే మీకు ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతుంది. దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఈజీలీ. కాంట్ డివైడ్ divide with 0. Now I am saving this one. exception.py dot all files. I'm opening one DOS prompt, CLS, I'm clearing the desktop. Exception.py. Enter a value. For example, now I'm entering 10. And next, now I'm entering B is a 2. The result is, sorry, what it is showing here, 10 by 2. 10 by 2 is the correct, na? The result of C is C. Sorry, this is compulsory, we need to convert, na? If you want to do any mathematical operation, compulsory typecasting operator must need to use it along with this one. Otherwise, it will get error because of it is getting an exception. Now you can easily understand right now. Again, one more time I'm executing. Enter a value 10, 2. So the result of C is 5.0. Is that right? Because of A value is 10, B value is 2. After divided by 10 by 2, the result will get the 5.0 is the right answer. Now the file is executing one more way. 10 is the A value, B is 0 I am entering, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the denominator I entered as a 0. So what it is getting the error, can't divide with 0 na. So immediately if the try block will, if in this block will get any exception, the catch block will rise and na. This statement has not executed. Immediately except block will executed, can't divide with 0. All of you carefully observe. Right now, okay na? So this is the way of handling of exception handling. This is the way of handling exceptions. And next one is handling multiple exceptions. Handling multiple exceptions. We can also handle multiple exceptions by writing the multiple except statements. Sometimes we also will get the some extra exceptions, I mean more than one exception. So for that, multiple except statements also we have to write. If the try block will arise number of exceptions, then first exception will rise this one and second exception will rise this one. If the first exception belongs to first exception, then it will show this error message. If the second exception will belongs to this second exception, then it will show this error message. You can also practice by yourself. ఏం లేదు, ఫస్ట్ దాంట్లో ఏం రాసాము, ఫస్ట్ ట్రై బ్లాక్ అండ్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ రాసాము. ఈ బ్లాక్లో ఎర్రర్ మెసేజ్ వస్తే ఈ బ్లాక్ వెంటనే రైజ్ అవుతుంది. ఎర్రర్ మెసేజ్ రాకపోతే ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ విల్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ విల్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. ఎర్రర్ వస్తేనే, ఎక్సెప్షన్ వస్తేనే ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ విల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఐ మీన్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ విల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. అండ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, if in try block multiple exceptions, if we have multiple exceptions in try block, then to handle multiple except blocks also required na. So that's why multiple exceptions also we have to write like this. This is the syntax and this is an example, this is an output. Multiple exceptions kuda manam itla single ga individual ga handle cheyochu. So that is the process of this one. Next, using one except clause to catch all exceptions. ఇక్కడ మల్టిపుల్ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ రాసావు కదా, అలా కాకుండా సింగిల్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్లో మల్టిపుల్ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ కూడా హ్యాండిల్ చేయొచ్చు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద టెక్నిక్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్. అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ థర్డ్ టెక్నిక్. ద పైథాన్ allows us to declare the multiple exceptions with the except clause. Declaring multiple exceptions is useful in the cases where a try block throws multiple exceptions. The syntax is given below. ఇక్కడ కామర్స్ ఆపరేషన్స్తో ఇచ్చాను చూడండి, మన ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ ఇక్కడ కూడా డిఫైన్ చేయొచ్చు. అర్థమెటిక్ ఎర్రర్, ఐఓ ఎర్రర్. ఇప్పుడు మీరు సేమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ని 2 ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తాయి. అర్థమెటిక్ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది, ఐఓ ఎర్రర్ కూడా సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఇట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్. సో ఇట్లా రాస్తే ఏ ఎక్సెప్షన్ కావాలంటే ఆ ఎక్సెప్షన్ రైజ్ అవుతుంది. సారీ, ఇక్కడ నేను ఎల్స్ కూడా ఇచ్చాను. ఇక్కడ మీరు దీన్ని ఎల్స్ని కన్సిడర్ చేయొద్దు. నౌ ఐఎమ్ రిమూవింగ్ దిస్ వన్, జస్ట్ వెయిట్. ఐ హోప్ యూ డిడ్ంట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ అబౌట్ దిస్. Now you can understand now. Using one except clause to catch all exceptions. Okay, except clause rasi multiple exceptions also you can handle by using single except clause. So except one, exception 1, comma, exception 2, comma, exception 3, comma, exception 4, comma, like that n number of exceptions we can handle by the except statement in the single statements. If the try block contains multiple exceptions, if the try block contains multiple exceptions and single except clause is enough to handle the multiple exceptions, like that. Here I have configured like this, all of you carefully observe. If it is related, the exception is related to arithmetic error, then it will show the arithmetic error. If it is this one IO error, then it will show the IO error. Like that we can also handle multiple exceptions by using a single except clause. And next, else clause. Else clause is also one of the important clause in the exception handling mechanism. We can also use the else statement with the try except statement, in which we can place the code which will be executed in the scenario if no exception occurs in the try block. For example, here I given one example, all of you carefully observe. This is the syntax and this is an example, this is output. Here I given syntax, if the try block contain any exception, then only except block will execute. Then only except block will execute. If the try block does not contain any exception, after completion of try block execution of all statements, then immediately else block will execute. After try block, immediately else block execute. If the try block contain any exception, except block will execute and else block will not execute. Understand? Else block will not execute. Here three statements now. This is try block, this is else block, it is except block, it is else block. Try block, except block, else block. If the try block contain any exception, if the try block contain any exception, immediately except block will execute. Except block will execute, but else block will not execute. The same problem. If the try block does not contain any exception, no exception, the try block does not have any exception, then else block will execute. Else block will execute, but except block will not execute. It depends on completely exception. Now understand now? So that is the way of this one. Finally, ఏం లేదు, మీరు ప్రోగ్రాంలో ఏ ఎర్రర్స్ రైజ్ అవుతాయో ఆ ఎర్రర్స్ అన్ని ఎక్సెప్షన్ బ్లాక్లో రాయాలి. ట్రై బ్లాక్లో ఎప్పుడైతే ఎర్రర్ రైజ్ అవుతుందో ఇమ్మీడియట్గా ఆ ఎక్సెప్షన్ రైజ్ అయ్యి అందరికీ ఇంటిమేట్ చేస్తుంది. అర్థమైందా? ఇందులో ఏ ప్రాబ్లం లేదనుకో, మనం ఏ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అయితే రాస్తున్నామో అది ట్రై బ్లాక్లో పెట్టాలి. పెడితే ప్రాబ్లం ఏమీ లేకపోతే, ఏం ప్రాబ్లం లేకుండా ఎక్సెప్షన్ బ్లాక్ ఏమీ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కాదు. ఎప్పుడైతే ఎర్రర్ రైజ్ అవుతుందో ఇమ్మీడియట్గా ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ విల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. ఎర్రర్ రైజ్ కానప్పుడు దీనికి అసోసియేటెడ్గా ఎల్స్ బ్లాక్ విల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. ఎల్స్ బ్లాక్ విల్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. ఇట్ ఈస్ కామ్ సిచ్యువేషన్లో ఉండిపోద్ది, అంటే కామ్గా ఉంటుంది, ఏం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కాదు, హైడ్లో ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందో ఎక్సెప్ట్ మాత్రం అప్పుడే నేనున్నా అనుకుంటా ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. ఫైనలీ క్లాస్. Python provides the optional finally statement which is used with the try statement. It is executed no matter what exception occurs and used to release the external resource. The finally block provides a guarantee of the execution. If the try block execution completed, the try block completed, finally block automatically will execute. So ఎప్పుడు రాస్తాం వీటిని? ఫైనలీ బ్లాక్ కామన్ థింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, we can use the finally block with the try block in which we can place the necessary code. కామన్ థింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఫైల్ ఓపెన్ చేయడం కామన్ అవుతుంది, ఫైల్ క్లోజ్ చేయడం కూడా కామన్ అవుతుంది. సమ్టైమ్స్ we need to open the file to read the data for mandatory situations. And also after completion of our reading data from the file, immediately we need to close that file now. So the type of common things we have to put into the try and finally blocks. First, in the try block, we need to put the open files. After reading all the data, finally block will execute. Because of after completion of our entire operations on the files, I mean nothing but opening, writing the data, reading the data, all those things it happened, completed. So after finally the finally block will execute. In the finally block, what we have to keep the data, keep the code, file closing the line we have to write. So that is the common things. So whatever the common things we have to open the files and to close the files, for that we need to use these statements. సో ట్రై బ్లాక్ ఎప్పుడు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది? ఏమి ఎర్రర్స్ లేనప్పుడు ట్రై బ్లాక్ కంప్లీట్గా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఏమి ఎర్రర్స్ లేనప్పుడే కదా ఫైనల్ బ్లాక్ కూడా విల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కంపల్సరీ. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద మ్యాండేటరీ కోడ్. ఏదైతే మ్యాండేటరీ కోడ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కావాలో, సో ఇన్ దట్ కేసెస్ వీ కెన్ యూస్ దిస్ వన్, ఫైనలీ బ్లాక్. సో our syllabus has completed. Our syllabus has completed right now. If you have any doubts, then ask into the live class. Thank you very much.